Hey everybody, it's me. Play at 1.5 times speed or 2.0 times speed. I am going to go off of something that I thought of recently, which shouldn't be unusual. I'm getting to things later and later and later. I don't know why. Anyway. You've seen something like this going around the internet. In fact, I've even done a video on it, I think twice now. And I want to say that if anyone that you know or that is a big name content creator that doesn't play anything that is in direct competition with Zenless or any Hoyoverse game, there might be an issue of they took this contract. Now, normally, that would not be an issue, but since this is part of a contract from Hoyoverse for their game, it means that not only, like in my last video, I said it can be applied to other games. Yes, it can. But also, if anyone signs this, and the majority of people sign this, they are basically saying that this is perfectly okay to do. And that is not the case. Granted, in the full contract, there's plenty of scapegoats to get out of it, but the fact that you have to be extremely careful with what you're reading, even though you already have to be extremely careful, but now you have to be even more cautious. And the fact that you have to be even more cautious than what could be the outcome of signing anything like this says a lot. And I'm hoping and praying to God that no one in their right mind takes this contract. Because if Hoyo can get away with something like this, who's saying something like, oh gee, Crow could not get away with this? Who's saying Manju could not get away with this? Who's saying Yangshi? Or who's saying Yostar? Or who's saying Bandai Namco could not get away with this just like Hoyoverse did? That is why I am I am jumping on this little contract core so hard, because the fact that it's showing, it's giving a gateway to other companies to do something similar, that speaks bigger bounds than if they didn't, because then you have to worry about every game company having clauses like this in their contracts that you sign with them. And that is why I'm saying, do not, under any circumstances, take this contract. I don't care if you don't have any other life except Hoyoverse games or anything like that. I don't care. Do not sign this contract. It is a big issue, more than quite a lot know of, because just take example from life for 1 second, okay? If someone got on the news because they did an accidental misshooting and they ended up killing a kid or something, or sorry, no, there if there was a accidental shooting in school that killed, say, like a security guard or police officer, and that was considered a school shooting. There's no school shootings of, like, kids or more security guards or more police officers or anything of the sort now, is there? Oh, right, there is. So, what you're saying is that people, and by the way, they're on the news. So much on the news, that's basically 50% of what you're seeing now. Or, well, probably not even that, but quite a lot. You're seeing it more and more often, which is sad in its own way. But if The first one was just some psychotic lunatic that did that. Now people are doing it just because they're on the news. What makes you say that other game companies cannot roll with something that was given by another company? Here's another example. Genshin Impact and The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda did monumental works, right? So Genshin Impact pretty much copied that formula and brought it to the gacha gaming industry. And so now, oh, hey, Wuthering Waves is now copying that formula and making their own taste, their own creation out of that formula that was brought from The Legend of Zelda. So you are telling me that The Legend of Zelda, a console game, Genshin Impact copied Legend of Zelda formula and made it their own in the gacha gaming industry. And then you have Kuro, who is copying Genshin Impact's formula and making their own of that. And you're telling me that other companies can't run with other things? And here's where the contract comes into play. If you sign this, companies are going to see that you are okay with this and that they can get away with the same thing. And that is where it gets dangerous. Now, you can take my word on it, which I don't care if you do or don't, but I'm just saying this is a very detrimental thing to have in any contract, be it by Hoyoverse or later on down the line, where other games start producing the same amount of contracts that involve something like this. There is no reason for any company to have this in their contract, and it's in their contract. And if people take it, that's just opening it up for other companies to do the exact same thing. That being said, I will see you later. Just be careful. Don't do anything stupid. Make sure you read the contract thoroughly before you sign it, or get somebody that knows the contract, knows the legal system, Get somebody that knows the legal system and knows how contracts work, and then they can tell you what basically a lot of people, including myself, have told you. And then sign it or whatever, or don't sign it. Either way, just be careful. I will see you later. God bless.